After weeks of delays and a chaotic boat day, it's finally here. Our decals are here. In case you're new around here, we're two brand new boaters with a very big dream to do America's Great Loop. I'm Megan, probably caffeinated and always positive, and that handsome captain is my partner in adventure, Andrew. Thanks for enjoying this part of our story with us on the water.
What's got going on there?
Just making a mess. Fine. I just really wanted to see it. You all want to see? Oh, just kidding. You don't get to see yet. You gotta wait. We've been working really hard scraping the old decals off, and I think we've done a really good job. The scraping part itself was pretty easy, but the residue that was behind it all, that's what had us trying like every single method we can find. But you know, I really think we did a good job here. I think this side still needs a little bit of work. So Andrew might be doing some buffing.
I mean, my job, huh? Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Okay, so it's time to start this renaming process. Yes, process?
Process that's been done for thousands of years. So let's grab some coffee and tell you all about it.
And look what we got. We got some
couple bikes.
The Spring Cove Marina bikes, not the bikes that you found on our patio.
Nope, they already had them, so why not use them?
Let the dead leaves fall. Let your life become living poetry. You were born with wings, your heart knows the way.
Renaming a boat isn't as simple as just slapping on a decal and hitting the open seas. Now, this tradition goes way back. We're talking about Greek and Roman sea gods, Viking rituals, and naval blessing ceremonies. Ancient mariners believed the sea god Poseidon kept a ledger of the deep, a register of every vessel on the water. Once your boat is named, it's in the ledger. Change the name without following the proper steps, you're essentially trying to trick the gods. And Poseidon does not mess around. It's even said that he sunk ships over it.
And we are not here to invite in any disaster. This might be a disaster. TBD.
Whoa.
Minimal disaster. Little spillage, but
You just try to run me over.
I did try to run Andrew over, but I gotta give the keys back. So convenient. And now that you know about the renaming, let's go talk about our new name. So in case you missed it, we hosted a little giveaway for submitting some names for the boat, and I have to say, you all are super creative. These were so good. So a few of you asked us to share some of our favorite names. So we're gonna do that while we work on buffing. By the way, this was the winning combo for the buffing. Maybe it's just our boat. I think you just have to find what works, right? For your specific boat. Okay, favorite names.
All right. My first one that I liked was unsupervised adults. I'm like, who gave us the keys to this thing?
I had that on my list.
Oh, that's funny. I saw that. I thought of you. I was like, I bet she chose this one too.
Okay. One I liked was New Kids on the Dock.
Yep, I got that one too.
Yeah,
That's
that
funny.
one.
Yep. Well, at least we have the same taste.
It's like a
Yeah.
theme, right?
Yep.
Like unsupervised adults, New Kids on the Dock.
I like Seize, S-E-A-S, seize the day. I was like, yeah, Carpe
That's good.
Diem.
That's good.
Yep.
Okay, I mean, we'll keep the pun theme. What are you looking at?
No, I didn't see that one.
That was a good one.
And then the next one I saw that I really liked was Unseekable 3. That's pretty funny. It's clever. I'm not that clever, so I appreciated that.
I gotta shout out Fish and Ships for our UK love.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, UK shout out to whoever put Bodie McBoatface too. And
Yeah.
if you don't know that story,
That's a pretty funny
go
story.
look it up.
Yeah, Bodie McBoatface. Google that. And
Oh, another?
Well, the aqueduct. I did like that,
Oh, yeah.
but I can't pronounce it.
We haven't practiced our Welsh. Pankasai. So. I'm so sorry.
But, you know, some boat memories from our canal trip over in the UK.
Okay, on to polishing. And getting to know our name. Is this man actually from Florida? He was just like not coping in the heat.
I acclimated very quickly to the Maryland spring. I am melting.
Okay, we had 3 names in the running, and obviously we picked one of those, but we thought it would be fun to share the other 2. So the first one was currently, so a bit of a play on water, boating, but also a bit of a play on no one ever knows what we're currently doing. The second one, Andrew really liked.
That was starter home, because once we got married, everyone's asking, when are you getting a house, right? When are you getting your starter home? And ta-da, we just went in a little bit of a different direction with our starter home. Got a boat.
Definitely loved that one, but we kind of felt like the novelty would wear off just a little bit. Like after a month or so, we'd be like, okay, like joke's over. We gave this a ton of thought. Months and months went into this, and ultimately it came down to what is this next chapter all about for us? And prior to this, we had been a little bit stuck in a comfort zone.
I don't know how comfortable it was because I was quite uncomfortable working 10 to 12 hours a day, but I was just in the rat race, giving it everything I had, just thinking, okay, you know, building for the future, right? That I just forgot to live in the now. And there were days that I wasn't even outside. Like there were days that I did not leave the house. I was just in my office all day, never saw blue skies, never walked out to see sun. I just realized, like, what are we doing?
And you know, that's ultimately why we kind of created this channel, to remind us to live a really good story and to have a place to keep those and share those stories. And to hear your stories. We absolutely love hearing stories from you all. For example, we heard from the original owner's son of this boat and one of the original builders of this boat. It's been such a unique experience already. And by the way, hi, if you're watching, we're taking really good care of her. But we just absolutely love all of the stories that are branching off from this single experience. Listen, I love our ritual, so we're absolutely going all in on this ritual. I mean, it's all about letting go of the old, bringing in the new. I feel like we should have rituals for everything we let go of and call in.
And stick to the end of this video because we have a little bit of a ritual or a project that you can join us and help us on too.
No peeking.
The way the ritual works is that there's 3 parts and you have to keep the new name completely covered the entire time until it's complete. Part 1, we have to head to the bow.
Woo! Got all our supplies. Okay, Andrew is gathering some witnesses because we didn't realize that was part of it. Thank goodness for our Spring Cove Marina family here to come be our witnesses. Okay, so part 1, once he brings our witnesses back, is getting rid of all of the remnants of the previous name. So we've been working on that with our scraping and changing the logbooks inside. And Poseidon, please forgive us for not burning our old logbooks and service books because they're very helpful to have. But we're gonna do a full burn for that. Part 2 is offerings with decently good champagne. This is champagne from our wedding. So we will be using that as offerings and toasting to Poseidon. And then part 3, you gotta stay tuned for.
O mighty and great ruler of the seas and oceans, to whom all ships and we who venture upon your vast domain are required to pay homage, I implore you in your graciousness to expunge for all time from your records and recollection the name Bon Vivant II, which has ceased to be an entity in your kingdom. As proof thereof, we submit this ongot bearing her name to be corrupted through your powers and forever be purged from the sea.
Poseidon.
In grateful acknowledgement of your munificence and dispensation, we offer these libations to your majesty and your court.
Offer this.
You can walk right up the pulpit and back right.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Bon Vivant II
Cheers.
One.
Part
That was
3,
an 8.
renaming the boat, blessing the new name. O mighty and great ruler of the seas and oceans, to whom all ships and we who venture upon your vast domain are required to pay homage, I implore you in your graciousness to take upon your records and recollection this worthy vessel hereafter, and for all time known as Story. Guarding her with your mighty arm and trident,
I just got the chills.
and ensuring
Super
her of safe and rapid passage through her journeys within your realm. Great Boreas, exalted ruler of the North Wind, grant us permission to use your mighty powers in pursuit of our lawful endeavors, ever sparing us the overwhelming scourge of your frigid breath.
Today was
Cheers.
a warm one.
Morning. Last night we hung out with our star witnesses, Mark and Captain Mark, a little bit longer, and this morning we have a few things left to do. So let's get to it. Are you all tired of seeing these same like 3 parts of the boat yet? We appeased the gods yesterday. So we didn't do all the names, we just covered the one name. So we have a few more places to get our name on. And we told you a little bit about the meaning yesterday, if you caught that. And you know, part of story probably makes sense, but there's another really, really big part to the meaning that I'm going to share with you. Maybe we'll start a boat decal business. Okay, so story. I actually grew up in Maryland. I was born in Baltimore. And my big brother actually went to St. Mary's College, which is right down the road from Solomon's Island, Maryland, where we just so happened to purchase our dream boat. And in 2018, my big brother, Kirk, passed away. And the very last thing he said to me was, "Tell me a story." And I don't think I realized how impactful those words were until a little bit later. We all have tattoos for Kirk on our wrist, and my dad got the words, "Tell me a story," and I found out that's what he used to say to my mom and dad all the time. "Mom and Dad, tell me a story, tell me a story." And every single time someone tells me a story about Kirk, I feel him with me again. And I think that's the power of stories. And I think the best thing we can do in this life is live a really good story. So whatever your story is, I hope you go live it. I hope you go write it. Cheers to you, Kirk. Whew, got a little deep there. In lighter news, we forgot to tell you about the dinghy, and this is kind of fun.
Oh, hey there. Good morning. So her name is Story, so it makes sense for the dinghy's name to be Short Story, right? Now for your tips here, that paint needs to come off, and we need to replace it with marine paint, I'm assuming. I don't know. I need to Google this, but if you have any tips on getting paint off a dinghy, feel free to let us know in the comments.
Now we have a bit of a project that we want you to be a part of.
So we have this idea, and that is with this journal, we're going to write our story here and then pass it on to someone else. So each person that receives this journal, we ask that you just write part of your story and then pass it on to the next person, and so on and so forth. So that way, in a year,
We hope that the journal ends up back with us. Now we're gonna have instructions on the front page. The idea is basically like a modern day message in a bottle, so we can all see how many different corners of the world the journal made it, and hopefully have a year's worth of stories in here. This idea might go horribly wrong, but maybe it'll give a few people a chance to share a piece of their story, which is what this is all about. So if you see this cross your path, tell us a story.
and we appreciate you joining us on this journey. And hey, I think it's time to get this newly named vessel out on the water finally. Yeah, let's go.